Good evening viewers and welcome to another video, and more importantly welcome to Bold Street. In December 2023 I had the pleasure of interviewing, or maybe more interrogating, Liverpool City Council leader Liam Robinson on the city's homeless situation, in particular rough sleeping, as it was a problem that could be clearly seen by anyone in the city or even visiting the city. But more importantly, what, if anything, was being done to help these people, and how exactly he aims to make Liverpool a zero homelessness city, because that's what he told me his plan was, and at the time sounded not impossible but more of a infeasible statement. But in order to achieve this, we as the public as a whole had to vote Labour back into power, ending the 14 years of Conservative Party rule. Well, just 6 or 7, well probably more, just over 6 months later, Labour did win the election, regained power, and we've had nearly 12 months now of that Labour leadership. So what, if anything, has changed over this time period? Or was it just a political tactic to deceive the public into voting Labour? Now I will be walking down the usual hotspots, if you like, where we will see most of the rough sleeping, like in Church Street, Lord Street, and especially outside the courts in Derby Square. So we are on Church Street, and as I say, this is usually where, especially over here outside Primark, where we usually see a lot of tents, 2-3 set up, and especially down here outside Decathlon too. But so far so good. Now I've also come, and it is now 9:15 at night, and there's a reason for that. Now there's usually tents over here also. Now there is in the shop window, but yeah, there's no one sleeping rough here tonight. And this doorway is another hotspot for rough sleepers. As we can see, someone's in that doorway, but doesn't necessarily mean that they're sleeping there tonight, and we'll come back and check on that a bit later. But we're approaching Lord Street now. Cross over now. There's usually tents over there as well, outside HSBC. Again, all clear. Lord Street, you sometimes have the odd tent that's outside McDonald's, or maybe a little bit further up. We have a wing stop in Liverpool, a brand new wing stop. Well, I say brand new, probably been open a few weeks now. When it first opened, I come to town about this time, and there was queues to get in the place. I mean, huge queues. These fellas working hard. Anyone else think that the city centre is rapidly changing, isn't it? But changing in a good way, as in up to now, right down Church Street, right down Lord Street, and not a tent in sight. We now come up to Derby Square, which we all know was a hotspot for. It was like a tent city, wasn't it? At one point, I think I counted over 10. I think it was like 11, 12 tents at one point scattered around Derby Square, and it was, you know, it was definitely not a nice feature, shall we say. Not for them in particular, but if we look down here, again, no tents here. We've seen the odd tent down here, haven't we? And in particular, over here. And again, there's nothing over here, as we can see. Now, you know, a couple of months ago, we'd have walked down here and we'd have had rows of tents, which I've highlighted many of times.
Work with the council, but the jobs are not hard to work. These pavements are terrible for walking the road. People took over, always took over. Last week, always took over a lot more than well, I've got cancer, so I'm going to die. Like, I had it for a long time. I was diagnosed with liver cancer when I was 52. They gave me 12 to 18 months to pass it over to life. I was not missing experience in the Salvation Army, so I found out over the road by the Tesco. I'm 59 now, and I'm still okay, but I've had bad feelings now. I'm getting bad acid pain feelings in the toes. No, it's just some people who are sick. I was always dying.
Good luck in the future, mate. Take care, mate. Not quite that full moon, but Liverpool at night is such a beautiful city. It is in the day as well, but look at that. Now, listen, credit where credit is due. Liverpool Council have definitely been diligently and proactively working to achieve the zero homelessness status that they promised us. In my opinion, that's my opinion. But here we are in Derby Square. We've walked up Church Street, we've walked down up Lord Street, and we haven't seen a tent. Now, you know, 12 months ago, that would have been a completely different story. Easily 12, 15 cents, easy. And we'll walk back down as I try and give it alright narrative as to what I think. Try and narrate the video as best as I can. Keep you occupied as we walk and talk. Now, there's a few reasons and examples as to why I think that, you know, Liverpool Council have really made an effort, and the main one is, well, visually. You know, as I say, we're here in Derby Square, and there's not a tent. We've walked up Church Street, up Lord Street, no tent. So visually, you know, it's definitely working. Now, that doesn't mean the homeless crisis is fixed. Far from it. And while Labour has implemented measures as a whole in the UK, it still requires ongoing effort, and especially when it comes to affordable housing. But also, especially in Liverpool, I can only really speak for Liverpool, but a lot of money has been put into combating homelessness and alleviating the condition of homelessness. You know, for example, by keeping a rough sleeping hub open during the spring and summer months, which provides a great service for up to 30 people that are sleeping rough. Now, anyone that has accommodation is not allowed access, so it is strictly for rough sleepers. But that is quite a significant number, as last year the average number of rough sleepers on any given night in Liverpool was 30. So this has made a huge impact on how Liverpool looks, and also a huge impact on the health and well-being of our homeless, our rough sleepers. I must say the service is operational between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m, so that's why you may see some homeless in the day and, you know, begging or sitting around, but at least they're safe and comfortable at night, and that is the main thing. Also, there's very recent news that Pembroke Studios could be repurposed to create 100 one-bedroom units to help support those in Liverpool facing homelessness. And if this comes off, you know, it would be very praiseworthy to Liverpool City Council. Now, on the downside, you know, there's also very recent news that Enfield Council in North London have expressed their desire to buy dozens of property here in and around Liverpool for its own homeless people to be housed, because it's more cost effective for them to own accommodation here than to lease it or lease out as you know, homeless accommodation in Enfield. It's a huge cost pressure for them. Now we have a situation up here. Now what's going on here? And there's the money shot for Charlie Beach. That is the lady that was on the step before, who I thought may have been rough sleeping. I won't get her on camera, let's keep her dignity. She's kicking off. But once again, thanks everyone for watching, and see you all on the next one.